What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again here with another draft lottery rebuild. It's been a while since we've obviously recorded one of these because all the other 9 ones that I did were basically, well, not all of them, but most of them were pre-recorded on May 19th. But here we are with another one at the 10th overall pick with the Houston Rockets. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and rebuild the Houston Rockets with the 10th overall selection in NBA 2K25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciate it. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. If you want to help us reach that goal, that would be absolutely amazing. Also, I'm recording this ahead of Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight. You guys probably won't see this until Saturday, and then Game 2 will be tomorrow on Sunday, I believe. So yeah, that's just for context, even though it may not matter. But okay, so as you guys know, if you watch the draft ladder rebuilds, I've told you guys that mainly I've wanted all those videos to be about drafting the prospect and not trading it away, because obviously trade rumors are crazy when it comes to lottery picks. I could have traded for Giannis with the 2nd overall pick and some other different things I could have done, obviously. But when it comes to the 10th overall pick with the Rockets, I always like to do kind of my research to kind of see what Rockets fans are thinking. Just kind of want to see what, you know, some articles are written about. And everything I've seen is about the Rockets basically trading the pick. And I do kind of agree with it because the Rockets have a really good young core already as it is. So adding another teenager here would just make things even tougher for a guy that probably wouldn't be able to play. But on the other hand, you could also tell yourself that the CBA is the CBA, so having guys on those small contracts is important. So yeah, there's a number of different ways you can go about it, but I think with the Rockets' direction right now, I think for the first time in this lottery mini series, I am going to go ahead and trade the pick. We are going to still get a first, which I'll kind of explain in just a second. So basically, this is what even Blazers fans have kind of talked about this idea. Let me just cut to the chase. So basically, the Brooklyn Nets apparently want another lottery pick. So, and of course, they have an asset named Cam Johnson. So basically, the Blazers have kind of talked about this, Blazers fans. And then you also have, you know, the Rockets, who also could be involved with something like this. Is the Blazers need shooting, and so do the Rockets. So the Rockets, of course, have a better pick than the Blazers by 1 selection. So the 10th overall pick, and then you say you have some salary filler in here. It could be Reed Shepard, but I can't really get to that. So I'm gonna go Jock Landale and Aaron Holiday, and then we get the 19th overall pick in return. So we're not getting the 8th pick or anything, but so we trade the 10th pick for the 19th pick while we get Cam Johnson. We also throw in Landale and Holiday as salary filler. So something like that. The salary filler may be something different, but this has kind of been what's been talked about. So this is the trade we're going to do with this 10th overall pick instead of drafting a prospect at 10. It's the first time we're going to be doing this in this lottery series, but I just feel like it's something that does make sense because of the Rockets situation with having so many good young players. Like, you already have Kim Whitmore and Reed Shepard not getting minutes as it is. So yeah, and that obviously gives them some shooting as well. Now, as far as where Cam Johnson's going to play, whether it's off the bench or starting, we'll have to see about that. We'll kind of have to see how we're going to do the rotation, but we still have a pick to use, so that's what we'll focus on first. So that is done. Now we have the 19th pick. We'll obviously keep Ime Udoka still as the head coach as well. So let's go ahead and jump into draft night. Of course, they could also trade 10 for Kevin Durant, too. That's a possibility. Although Durant to San Antonio might be something that happens here soon. We'll see. Let's go pick with 19th overall selection. So we have Asa Newell. We got Ian Jackson, Danny Wolf, Connor Murray-Boyles, Boogie Flan, Thomas Sobers, which I've seen an article about the Rockets maybe drafting him. And then I saw Rasheer Fleming still here as well, which he projects to be a lottery pick. But if he was here at 19, I think he'd do it. So I think that's where I'm going to go with this. We're going to take Rasheer Fleming with this 19th overall selection and be very happy with that. So, and then as far as our second, we can just take Rocky and be happy with that as well. So boom, that's our offseason so far. So we get Rocky with the last pick in the draft and Rasheer Fleming. So we'll take that. As far as contracts are concerned, so Amin Thompson, Tyrese, and Jabari, and then Fred VanVleet's $45 million expiring contract. No, I think the Rockets and Fred VanVleet agreed to push the date back, so it'll be kind of interesting what they decide to do. I do think I'm ultimately going to accept it for now and be okay with that, but we'll see if I end up regretting that decision, but I'm going to accept it. We got David Roddy, Dante McVeigh. I'm not really worried about any of those guys. And then for free agency, we have Jadishan Tate, Jeff Green, and David Roddy. Okay, so let's go look at this rotation in totality. So we got Fred VanVleet, Reed Shepard, we have Cameron Whitmore and Jalen Green. We have Dylan Brooks. We have Ahmed Thompson, Cam Johnson, Tari Eason, Jabari. Obviously, a ton of forwards, but things will be shifted here in just a second. So I think what I ultimately want to do is we'll probably end up moving Cam Johnson to the 3. So let's get that out of the way. Let's move Cam Johnson to the 3. He goes up an overall 2 on top of that. So we'll move him to the small forwards position. We'll have Tari Eason and Jabari probably share the 4 spot. And Rasheer Fleming will develop in the background for now. We're bringing a backup 5 here soon as well, more than likely. We'll have Brooks off the bench. We'll have Jalen Green still here. So I don't think I'm going to trade Jalen Green off rip either. And I think I'll move Ahmed Thompson point guard because that's ultimately what I want to see for him in the future anyway. So we need a backup 5. So let's go see what is available to us to sign. So we got like Day'Ron Sharpe or Larry Nance. So like Sharpe is one of my favorite backup 5s to sign because he's always really good. So I'm going to give him a 3-year deal. That should give, you know, Rocky enough time to develop behind him. So we're going to give Day'Ron Sharpe a 3-year deal and let the rest of these guys walk. Give us a legit backup 5. Oh, never mind. The Nets offered or matched that. Which is, ooh, could we sign Nas Reed? No, not yet. But he'd be awesome, obviously, on this team. So I'm going to read out. Oh, I forgot about Steven Adams. We just bring in Steven Adams again. I totally forgot about him. So he was obviously a big part of what they did last year. So I'm just going to go ahead and give him a 1-year deal to bring him back. So Steven Adams will be our backup 5 this year. Totally forgot about him. So we'll bring him in, and that'll be it. Okay. So with that, we'll go look at the rotation all together, and we'll see what this is looking like going to next season. So we didn't do anything too aggressive this offseason, I will say. We only bring in Cam Johnson, but there's obviously still a ton of different ways we can go about this. We can still trade Jalen Green this or sorry, not this offseason, but still trade Jalen Green in the future. Still have, you know, Fred VanVleet's big contract that we can use at the deadline maybe. So we're going to just explore kind of all options here. But for now, this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to move on to point guard. We'll kind of have an interesting team going into next year. The Power Rank has us 4th overall, which is pretty exciting to see that they're so high on us this easily, or this quickly, I should say. Ahmed Thompson, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Jabari, Şengün, Tari Eason, Cam Johnson, Whitmore, Fred VanVleet is rotation with Reed Shepard. So I do like that quite a bit, where Reed Shepard gets involved this year a little bit. So yeah, I actually kind of like this. Now I will say I don't really know what their shot tendencies are looking like for this team. It feels like it's pretty, I don't know, it looks like it's spread around. So I want Ahmed Thompson to get a higher shot tendency here. We'll give him like a 90 shot tendency this year because I do want Ahmed Thompson to heavily be involved. We'll move Jalen Green's touch tendency down just a bit, and then obviously Şengün's still somebody I want to score as well. We'll move Whitmore's down. We don't need him to be that involved just yet. Then Reed Shepard, or sorry, Fred VanVleet can have a decent touch tendency. But yeah, I think this is what we're going to rock with. So, and the only other thing I want to do is I want to make the minutes a little bit more clear here. So maybe we just run 9-man, and that way Reed Shepard, well, no, let's get Reed Shepard some minutes this year. So we'll bring the bench utilization down maybe just a little bit, and then let's take some minutes away maybe from Fred VanVleet. Although, you know, Fred VanVleet, like I said, he's making a ton of money to not. I do think it might be in our best interest to trade Fred VanVleet at the deadline, though. But we're going to go something like this where Şengün gets 35 minutes a night, and then Cam Johnson getting 20. Kind of sucks, but I think this will eventually lead to a consolidation trade where some of these guys are moved out of here. 4-star proficiency, I will more than likely see all at the deadline. Obviously, Durant, or not Durant, sorry, the Rockets could be big fish hunting maybe this offseason, but maybe we do it at the trade deadline. We're currently 22-27 at the trade deadline, and part of me regrets picking up that Fred VanVleet contract, dude. He is making $45 million and averaging 3 points per game. That's actually insanity. Now, thankfully, it's an expiring contract because if it wasn't, there's no chance we're getting off this. As much as I love Fred VanVleet from Wichita State, you know, obviously where I live and stuff, but I just can't, man. We got to get rid of him. 3 points per game on 45 is just too crazy. So let's go ahead and try to make something happen here. So what I think I'm going to go ahead and do is I think I'm going to try to trade for Durant. I kind of want to get Booker, I will say, but I just got Booker yesterday, so that's kind of why I don't want to do it. But Durant's expiring. Now, he shouldn't still be on the Phoenix Suns. He's probably going to be traded in the offseason, but he is here still. So let's see if we can work something out with the, you know, and Fred VanVleet's value is actually still high, which is pretty weird to me. But hey, I'm not complaining. So we're going to see if we can give them Fred VanVleet, and let's say we gave them, like, we're going to have to give them a little bit more. Let's say we give them probably one of our young prospects. So, like, Eason has to be paid soon. So does Jabari. So do we choose between one of them? Maybe it's Tari Eason. Maybe we trade Jabari to them instead. So maybe we trade Jabari alongside him. So Durant, or sorry, Fred VanVleet and Jabari Smith. And let's say we threw in, I think that's it. And let's say we do well, let's do their picks back, of course, too. Let's not forget that. So, and their picks back, I think that's it, right? I think that's or I guess we have well, that's a different pick. So I guess it's just this one, 2027. Maybe we're supposed to have another one, but I don't see it right now. So let's say we did, let's say it's one of our future picks or something. So Fred VanVleet, Jabari, and 2 picks for Durant at the trade deadline. I think we do this, and yeah, we don't look back. So Fred VanVleet's contract was so bad, I think it was time to get rid of it. So we'll leave Durant at the 4. So Durant should be helpful here. Probably will end up re-signing him going forward, and yeah, I feel like that was very necessary to do. So right now we're 5 games under 500, which is obviously disappointing, but with Durant coming in, hopefully that makes us a little bit better. And Fred VanVleet being gone, you know, it sucks, but I think ultimately that was the right decision to do. And then we'll have to pay Tari, which I think we'll do, depending on how much he's asking for. We won't have to pay Jabari, so we'll see how it goes, though. But hopefully with Durant coming in, this team starts to get something going, because I would like to see us in the playoffs again. Obviously, missing the playoffs would be very, very unfortunate. So Shea wins MVP, Cooper Flag, Rookie of the Year in San Antonio. So it seems like the Mavericks don't want to take Cooper Flag with the #1 overall pick anymore, because that's now 2 videos in a row where they didn't. We get Ahmed Most Improved, which is great. I'm assuming he'll make it All NBA, or sorry, All Defensive Team at least as well. So Ahmed he actually made it All NBA first team. Shout out to him. So I didn't expect that, but we'll take it. And here's All Defensive first team as he makes it All Defensive second team. So we are in the play-in tournament, which at least is something. Obviously, it's a fall from where we were last year, so that's definitely the disappointing part. But I do think more trades are necessary to kind of fix that problem. So, like, Jalen Green, I think with Durant being brought in, as much as I know that I trade Jalen Green almost every Rockets rebuild that I do, I just feel like I want to give the keys to Amen, Durant, and Şengün to be kind of the big 3 scorers. And I don't know if it'd be fair to Jalen Green to not have the opportunity because of how high he was drafted. I don't know. We'll just kind of have to feel it out. But we'll have to kind of see what we're looking for, whether it's to include Jalen Green in, like, a big trade for, like, I'm not saying we're going to go for Giannis, but if it was like for Giannis, or are we going to just sell Jalen Green off to a team that could use him? We'll see what we decide to do. But we have a lead against the Lakers right now, and we will win the first leg of the play-in, which is great. Şengün drops 40, which is awesome. Now let's go to the second leg against the Clippers, as it's going to be a close game so far. Like I said, I love, I was talking about being in the playoffs, and we do take the lead out here at the end, so we are in. Okay. That was great. I feel like it would have been very unfortunate if we did not make it in here, and I'm glad we did. Okay, so now it's time to play the Dallas Mavericks, who are always kind of OP to start things off, as we all know, and I have a feeling this isn't going to go well for us. Although we win game 3. We're down 3-1, though. So we definitely need to hopefully make something happen here. So game 5 on the road in Dallas. Let's see if we can win another game and make this series a little bit more interesting. And we have a somewhat close game, but it looks like the Mavericks will beat us in a gentleman's sweep. So, unfortunately, it's kind of a fall from where we were last year. I mean, we still lost in round 1, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, the Mavericks, they're just that good early on in the sim. So, I'm not too surprised by that result. So let's go to the lottery, and let's see what we got going on here. So, I think it's going to say we have the Nets pick. I'm pretty sure we're not supposed to have it, although it looks like the Nets made the playoffs because I don't see them in the lottery. So, yeah, they actually have the 20th pick, but like I said, I'm pretty sure the Nets traded for that pick back. So let's go ahead and send that back to them. I don't think we should have this pick anymore. So let's just go ahead and give that to them. So let's just take a second from them because it was part of that big trade that they did together. Okay, so Durant has to be re-signed, which we'll go ahead and do. And then I think we got to figure out what we're going to do with Jalen Green. I just don't think he makes sense in this roster anymore because of the scoring punch that we want Ahmed, Durant, and Şengün to have. I think having 4 scores is a little bit more awkward. So staff signing, we'll keep Ime Udoka, obviously. We don't have a draft pick, so that's not going to really hurt anything. So I guess the main thing we need to do is we need to figure out, so we get JT Toppin and Aiden Sheridan. We need to figure out what we're doing with Jalen Green. Are we going for a big piece with all these young players we have, or are we going to just sell him off to, you know, some team that wants him? So Durant, Easton wants a lot of money too, so that's definitely going to be another issue. But Durant, we're going to go ahead and give like a 2-year deal too. So we have a 2-year window with Durant. And then we'll figure out what we do with Tari Easton eventually as well. So Tari Easton, we'll figure out if he gets an offer sheet or what we decide to do with them. But all right, so we still have Reed Shepard's contract as well. We still have Whitmore. We still have Brooks and Cam Johnson. So we'll see if there's a big fish to go for if we decide to trade for, I don't know. We'll see what is out there as far as maybe making it. So hello to you guys. My dream scenario here is to try to pull off a Giannis trade. They were horrible. They were 22-60 on the season. So obviously Giannis would be a great player to bring in here. So I'm going to go ahead and offer for Giannis Antetokounmpo. So we have Jalen Green in here. We have Alperen Şengün we're going to throw in here as well. So we will have a big 3 of Amen Thompson, Giannis, and Kevin Durant to go for it. So Jalen Green, Alperen Şengün. We still have Cam Johnson shooting as well, which will be helpful too to this team because obviously Amin and Giannis aren't shooters, but we'll have spacing still. So Jalen Green, Alperen Şengün. Let's say we threw in Reed Shepherd. I guess we're getting to the point where they can't take more salary back. Okay, so this pick, let's say it's this pick and this pick. So maybe we have to remove one of these guys. So let's say for now it's Jalen Green and 3 picks, and let's say we were able to pull it off with Reed Shepherd and Cameron Whitmore. So and that's pretty good value, I feel like, for the Bucks. Now, will they do this though? Jalen Green, they seem to value extremely well, which is nice. So Reed Shepherd, Cam Whitmore. I would have loved to have had. I mean, I guess you could probably throw Şengün in here as well, but that might be doing too much. So, okay, we get Giannis. So Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to come to the Rockets. So Giannis Antetokounmpo is now on this team. We also kept Şengün, which is kind of funny and ironic. I didn't know we'd be able to pull that off, but yeah, we make the consolidation trade. So Durant and Giannis are now teammates, which is pretty interesting to think about. But I like it. So Houston, we have ourselves a problem. This team is scary, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. So now we have Durant and Giannis with Amin Thompson. And then we're going to be moving probably, I mean, Cam Johnson can play backup 3 or whatever we decide to do. Fleming will probably develop enough to a nice role this year. We do need a backup 5. But keeping Şengün, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to rock with it. The spacing will be a little iffy, but I will say, and I will tell you right now that I don't think it's going to matter. I think this team is still going to be able to get it done anyway. So Brooks, I think we could maybe look in trading as well to maybe make this depth a little bit better. So I guess I'm going to look into that. We'll try to keep Tariq in as well. But man, this team is looking pretty interesting, I will say. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this trade with the Orlando Magic where we get Wendell Carter and Boogie Flan. So Dylan Brooks is going to go to Orlando. We get Wendell Carter and Boogie Flan. So we like Wendell Carter as a backup 5. You know, his shooting wasn't that great last year in real life, I will say, but hopefully he can maybe find that again like he did in 2023 and 2024. It'd be a nice fit when he gets in there to back up Şengün, which is why we like that idea of that. So now it's just Boogie Flan also is going to be a nice, point guard to have who continues to develop in the background behind Amin. And then we just need to bring in Tariq, I guess, is the only thing to worry about. And we'll probably have him playing shooting guard with this team, but we'll figure it out. So, or maybe we have Cam Johnson playing there. I don't know. We just need someone out there to obviously space the floor. So, Tariq, let's see how much, well, not Mikal, sorry, but Tariq, can we get him for, oh my gosh, this team is expensive. It may be unrealistically expensive, I will say. But I'm going to try to get him on a 3-year deal, and I guess we're going to be able to do that. So, Tariq is back. So, Giannis, Amin Thompson, Şengün, Cameron Johnson, you got Boogie Flan up to 78, Shears up to 78, and Rocky's up to 73. So this team is looking pretty crazy. Giannis and Durant. I never thought I'd be able to pull that off, but I have. So we'll see how this is about to go. We have Giannis in now 2 videos in a row, even though I said I didn't want to trade for Booker earlier. But can't deny that Giannis would have been the best bang for our buck to obviously bring into Houston. So let's go see what this is going to look like going into year number 2. They're going to be a 4.5 balanced, as this is what the rotation is going to look like. So you have Amin Thompson, Tari Eason, Kevin Durant, Giannis, Alperen Şengün. This team almost doesn't look real. It's kind of weird, but I like it. Cam Johnson, Wendell Carter, Boogie Flan, or Sheriff Fleming. I feel like this video has gone off the rails a little bit as far as realism is concerned. But I guess the Rockets could maybe pull this off in real life, but CBA would probably make this hard, which sometimes the CBA confuses me. But the spacing also is going to be kind of weird, I will say. But thankfully that doesn't really matter in 2K necessarily. So shot tendencies, obviously Amin and Giannis are going to shoot nicely. Şengün is going to have somewhat of a high shot tendency too. But I do want Durant to be kind of the third guy, at least at this point. I know he's still already 38 years old, but still, I think this is going to be a very fun team. So we'll see how this goes. I expect them to be the top seed in the West, but we'll see if I am right in that assumption. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. So at the end of year number 2, Amin Thompson, despite all the talent around him, gets MVP, averaging 23, 9, and 7. And his three-point shot has gotten a little bit better. Obviously, 29% still wasn't great, but pretty sure that's an improvement from where he's been. I mean, I guess it isn't that much of an improvement. I thought it was for some reason, but whatever. We'll still take it, even though we'd like for it to be better. I think eventually Amin Thompson might develop a shot. He's such a hard worker. So, Peterson, Rookie of the Year. Cam Thomas, 6th man. Win Defensive Player. Cam Whitmore, Most Improved. And Anthony Edwards, your Clutch Player. And Ime Udoka is your Coach of the Year. So, here's your NBA first team. Amin makes it. So does Giannis. And does Durant make it as well? No, not unfortunately, but that's okay. So offense first team, Ahmed Thompson makes it, and so does Giannis Antetokounmpo. So yeah, pretty dangerous team in the West, as we are the first seed in the West. We got Ahmed Thompson 23 from Giannis, 19 from Durant, 15 from Şengün, 14 from Cam Johnson, 11 from Tari Eason, 7.5 from Boogie Flan, 6 from Wendell Carter, and 5 from Rasheer Fleming. Okay, so let's go see if we can win a championship while this team is, honestly, we are so expensive. It's not even funny. I'm actually kind of curious to see what the $240 million. Yeah, we are an expensive roster, I will say, man. I think Cam Johnson's going to be really tough to re-sign. That's our only free agent to really worry about. I have no idea if we're going to be able to re-sign him, which would be unfortunate, but we'll have to see what happens. Okay, so let's see what we got. We got the Clippers in round 1. So they have Josh Giddey, AJ Johnson, Powell, Kawhi, Zubac, Derrick Jones. Obviously, we have assembled this team to go win a championship. I didn't mean to click somebody playoffs. We'll still make our round at least, and we will beat the Clippers in 5. Now we draw the Pelicans, who are another team we should take down. Obviously, Zion's career is just, I don't know what's going on with that. Similar current round, and we will beat them in 6. They actually give us a little bit more of issues. Now we play the team that did beat us last year. So let's go see if we have what it takes to take them down. As they go up 1-0, we even it up. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to them. Okay, we got a tough series with the Dallas Mavericks right now. Okay, so we're at home here for this Game 5. Can we come out here and take down the Mavericks to go to the finals? So we were going to win Game 6, it looks like, as we're blowing them out. So that's a good start. So 83 to 132. We'll take that. And now for Game 6 in Dallas to avoid a Game 7. Do we have what it takes to do that? The Mavericks are looking to force a Game 7. We are still saying no, but we are going to a Game 7. Okay. Detroit is awaiting us. No surprise. They have Cam Thomas, as we saw. Okay. Game 7 in H-Town. Please do not lose the Mavericks 2 years in a row, especially at this big of a stage where we have a chance to get to the finals. We have the lead right now, but they're right behind us. We have a 9-point lead with 2 minutes left. I think we got it. We are going to win Game 7. 26, 8, and 10 from Ahmed Thompson. He gets Conference Finals MVP, and Cade is on the other side. So now we got Cade, Jaden Ivey, Asar. So Asar versus Ahmed, not to mention as well, which is a ton of fun. Stewart, Jalen Duren, Cam Thomas, Robert Williams, and Malik Beasley. So yeah, Cam Thomas, like I said, he's an absolute cheat code in 2K, it feels like. That's why the Nets always get randomly good. But here goes nothing. So Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. And the Pistons never stood a chance. We sweep them. So just like that in year number 2, we already go on to win a championship. Giannis is your finals MVP. So no surprise there. As I mentioned, wait, Giannis has a player option too, doesn't he? So he's probably going to opt out as well, not to mention. Forgot about that. And then Ahmed Thompson's contract kicks in. So I have no idea we're about to keep this team together. Really don't. Especially if we decide to try to keep Cam Johnson as we traded for him earlier. We'll have to kind of see. So for the lottery, we got, as far as our pick is concerned, I don't think we have a pick. Maybe we do, I just don't see it. So we'll have to look. Maybe we have the Nets pick, or yeah, this Nets pick. Let me double check. I didn't see it, but no, we don't have a first rounder this year. Okay, so at least we already got a championship. So let's go to rookie signing and see who the assistant GM takes with us. We got Jack McLeod, so welcome. We have Giannis declining, and then Toppin will go ahead and accept. We'll probably decline the other two guys. Do we decline Toppin as well? I just don't ever see him getting involved, and I don't really know if I'm going to make any other big trades because Fleming has that power forward spot locked down. So to save as much money as possible, I'm going to go ahead and decline Toppin as well. Rocky, I probably won't worry about bringing back either, unfortunately. And then for free agency, we have, Cam Johnson, who is a free agent, and then Giannis, who's a free agent, which we want to bring both of them back. But I don't know if we have the ability to bring them both back. It may not let us because, this team is, we might have to trade Şengün away, which sucks, but we might have to get cheaper at the one spot that we have to get cheaper at. So I think I'm going to trade Şengün to get a little bit cheaper at the 5, and we'll see what pops up, if anything of interest pops up for us. So I will say it actually did let me resign both of them, so I guess it's not technically necessary for me to have to trade Şengün, so I guess we're not going to worry about it. So we'll keep Şengün on the team and just run it back to try to win a second championship. So that is what we'll go ahead and do. So let's go to player progression, and let's see what we got going on here. So for player progression, Rocky is back, which is fine. Durant is regressed down to a 89. So he'll be gone after the season, which should help out our salary situation a tad bit. Rocky's up to 78 as well. But I guess Şengün is going to stick around for another year. and maybe even more after that. So we'll see how this is about to go. We're going to year number 3. We're going to try to go for back-to-back. If not, at least we already got one championship in this video already, so we'll just have to see how it goes. Jokic wins MVP. Stokes is a Rookie of the Year. Hugo is your 6-man wave defensive player. Will Riley most improved. And Luka is your clutch player. And Just a Kid is your Coach of the Year. And executive goes to Aaron Phillips. So here is your NBA first team. Amin does make it again, which is great. And 34% from 3 this year. So we love that jump as well. So it's slowly getting up there. And then Giannis also still makes it, which is great. And that is it. Okay, so we are the 3rd seed in the West, not the 1st seed this time. We get to play the Thunder. So that series... But this series is about to be crazy because Durant, of course, used to play in OKC, and we have a good-ass team, and so do they. So this is going to be pretty interesting to see how this is about to go. So I'm excited and up for the challenge, though. 9-man rotation. You have Flan, who I didn't even realize has developed into an 86 overall. So that should help. And Fleming and Cam Johnson. So, like, our bench is disgusting. And our rotation in total is just our rotation in totality is just disgusting in general. But OKC, we can't disrespect them either. Look at them; they have a good team as well. So the fact that we matched up against them in round 1, it's gonna be tough. But here goes nothing. So game 1 goes to us, 130 to 119. Game 2 goes to us, and wow, I was looking for more of a competition against the Thunder, but we might draw the Spurs, which that's going to be, well, the Pelicans may have something to say about that. No, they don't. They lose. Oh, no. Game 7. Give me the Pelicans, man. I know we could beat the Pelicans. We did it last year, I think. So if they could take care of business and take out the Spurs for us, they would be doing our dirty work. And they did that. And oh, okay. Spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. So the Spurs wake up as they heard me talking. Okay. So now we got ourselves a tough series here again. I think we would have beat the Pelicans easily. They could have they almost took care of business for us, but we got the challenge ahead of us, which I'm excited for it. So we'll see how it goes. Game 1 goes to us, 127-109, 27-88 from and 19 from Giannis. Game 2 goes to us. So far, so good, unless the Spurs tied up, which they don't. We're up 3-1, and we win in 5. Wow. And the Mavericks are still doing their thing as well. So Dallas has Kyrie, Ace, Bailey, Marshall, AD, Lively, Gafford, Derek Whitehead, and PJ Washington. So game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. And they don't even stand a chance. We beat them in 5, maybe? Yeah. Whoa, let's go. Okay, so now we get the Bulls. Did they get Luka like they always do? No, they have Ty Jerome, Trey Johnson. And it's just kind of your traditional Bulls team. I don't really feel too intimidated. I think we should be going back-to-back here, right? So game 1, game 2. Yeah, this is easy. This is easy back-to-back. Easy back-to-back. We sweep the Bulls. We got to go for the 3-peat now. So now the unfortunate part I will say is Durant should be leaving us. I'm going to let him retire in a ring. I think that makes sense. So we're going to lose him, which will hurt us a little bit, but it will save us a bunch of money, which is definitely needed right now. So for the lottery, do we have a pick this time? I feel like we should, but no, I don't see a pick actually. So maybe I traded. I don't know, but we got. Did Ime Udoka retire? Maybe he did. No, he's still here. So good. I want to keep him, obviously. So Ime Udoka is back, which is great. Let's head to draft night to double check that if we didn't have a pick. I thought we had a selection, but I guess we don't. So nope, we don't. Let's go to player options, unless we got going on here. So we got Boogie Flan and then Wendell Carter's team option. I do think we're going to decline that as well. We need to save as much money as possible. So let's decline that. Rocky, I think, will be cheaper, which is why now obviously the spacing isn't going to be as good, but I will say with Durant, Carter will be less cheaper, actually. Let's do it. So we can get him for $10 million a year or maybe even less than $10 million. I think that'd be a steal. So we're going to bring in Wendell Carter again, and we'll just let Rocky come back as qualifying offer. So the only thing to kind of figure out is I guess, Cam Johnson will start in place of Durant now, which the spacing, is still good. So I think we have the ability to 3-peat even with Durant gone because there's still a ton of young talent here to be excited about. So I like that. The only thing I guess we could really say is I don't know if we have a good backup wing, unfortunately. So we don't have a backup 2 or a backup 3. We have a couple of guys that we just drafted, but not really ready for them to be a part of this. So let's go to day 12 and let's see if there's anything of interest for us in the last day. But we're going to be looking to 3-peat without Kevin Durant. But he gets us 2 in a row, which is nice. So let's go to the backup. Well, I guess we'd be doing it this way. So let's start with backup small forwards. Is there anybody? How much can we offer is the question. So we can offer $5 million. Okay. We should be able to get somebody at least. So Okoro was already someone that was interesting. Ryan Dunn. But I need someone who can shoot. It's Caleb Houston. Darren Williams, AJ Griffin, who obviously retired from basketball, Kevin Herter, Macomb Dadier. There is Josh Green, who I guess he shot 51% from 3 last year, so maybe we bring him in. Let's go look at shooting guards as well, just in case. For shooting guards, you have Ben Shepherd, who actually would fit very well. Let's give me Ben Shepherd. We'll get Ben Shepherd on 1-year deal. Rocky should be back, and boom, that's it. So this will be it. Rasheer Fleming up to an 87, Boogie Flan 88. So our bench will continue to be phenomenal, and Cam Johnson will continue to start the 3. Let's go into year number 4. Let's go see if we can go 3-peat. Ahmed Thompson is your MVP. Baba is your rookie, or if that's even how you say it. He wins Rookie of the Year. 6-man goes to Boogie Flan. What a trade that ended up being for us from the Magic. And then Coach of the Year and Executive. So even with Durant, we didn't lose a step. So, or without Durant, I should say, which is great. Ahmed Thompson and Giannis continue to dominate all defensive teams. I guess Giannis didn't make it this time, but I assume he made an All-NBA third team. I wasn't paying attention. So Ahmed makes All-NBA first team. No Giannis this time. So maybe took a little bit of a step back, but we're the first seed in the West. Yeah, 21 from Ahmed, 19 from Şengün, 18 from Giannis, 18 from Flan, 14.5, and 12. So obviously there's a lot of scoring to go around, but all we're looking for is the 3-peat. So let's see if we have that in our disposal. So Sacramento Kings round 1. I honestly am not sweating them at all. I feel like we should easily beat them. We do. Okay, so Oklahoma City, I mean, we easily beat them last year. I was expecting a tougher series. Now, they do win game 1 this time, so maybe it'll be tougher this time around. But no, the Thunder, I mean, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. I was speaking too soon. It's going to game 7. So game 7 in Houston, and the Thunder might have us right now. They have us on the ropes, I will say. They're going to blow us out. The 3-peat is not going to happen. I thought we were about to take care of them, and unfortunately we don't. So with Durant gone, we lose. And the Thunder actually lose to the Warriors. So it's Nets, Warriors is your finals. And the Warriors going to win it all with Jokic as your finals MVP. So 3-peat will not be happening, but man, what a team this was. Was it? I don't even know if it would have worked in the CBA, I will say. This video went off the rails a little bit today, but sometimes we do that, man. Sometimes we do. We try to stay realistic for the most part. Well, I feel like some of those trades were like somewhat realistic. I feel like the CBA part maybe wasn't, which I don't know if that can correlate. I don't think it can. But I hope you guys enjoyed regardless. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.